Hello, hello, and welcome back for another bone-crushing, face-searing episode of Perfidious Pete Plays XCOM: The Long War. Yes, the ravenous maw of the alien invasion is ever hungry, and apparently my plan for stopping it is to throw bodies into its gnashing gullet until it chokes to death on human misery. And I've got to say, in that respect, my plan is going swimmingly. Our last 5 consecutive missions have all resulted in at least one trooper wounded, with most of those troopers being A-listers like Lindsay Lohan and Joss Whedon, who are going to be down for a month or longer. It's not exactly a streak I'm proud of, but I do have to give it to our troops. They've all got a strong will to live and a massive appetite for punishment. They really know how to bounce back from a beating. Mostly because, anyone who didn't know how to bounce back from a beating is long dead, and they've all had plenty of practice. So, our last mission, of course, was no exception. The designated punching bag last time was, of course, Wesley Texas Suck Snipes, who got both of his lungs blown out by a muton while raiding a downed UFO. But in a John Wayne-esque moment of pure badassery, he stubbornly stayed on his feet and kept on fighting right up until every last alien was dead. Of course, there are only actually 5 aliens in total on that mission, so perhaps it's not quite as impressive a feat as it sounds, but I'm proud of him nonetheless. When you're as bad at XCOM as I am, you sort of have to learn to take pleasure in whatever small victories you can find, because small victories are really the only victories. And while we're on the subject of soldiers, we do have one little housekeeping item on our list here. We do have a couple promotions I want to hand out. We have an open major billet, and I do want to get a captain, an additional captain as well. So, Robin Rihanna Fenty has earned her promotion to Major, and we're going to give her So Shall You Fight. It's going to be 25% extra kill EXP for every soldier on a mission that's led by Rihanna. Congratulations, Rihanna. Snap us a smart salute. Well done, my dear, well done. Of course, your album performance lately hasn't been too terribly well done, but hey, at least you've got your alien killing career to fall back on. We do have one open captain billet as well that I want to take. And that's for Lieutenant Amanda Bynes, who has quite well earned it, and we are going to give her Semper Vigilance, which is +5 defense bonus for anybody who's in cover. I really like Semper Vigilance, actually. It's quite a bit of extra defense for your troopers. It's really helpful. And Amanda Bynes, of course, saluting her imaginary friend, General Mr. Jiggles. Mr. Jiggles is actually a clown who weeps blood and carries about a headless puppet. It's, only Amanda Bynes can see it, so it's not really too terribly troubling for the other troopers. And at this point, they've sort of grown accustomed to her talking to people who aren't actually there. And, hey, Mr. Jiggles makes Amanda laugh, and that's really the only thing that matters. So, with the promotions taken care of, let's go ahead and start scanning. We do have a Gauss long rifle in 6 days, which I'm quite eager to get. We have a number of snipers who can take advantage of that. And I believe this cyber augmentation is going to be the mighty crimson-lipped goddess of death, Taylor Swift. So we're looking forward to having Taylor back in action. Let's start scanning then. Got a request from Europe that expired. Don't really care. And we have an... What? Oh, come on, man. Fucking Exalt. Are you shitting me? We just did an Exalt mission not even 10 days ago. Alright, XCOM. I see how you're going to be. No, that's fine. If you want to be that way, go ahead and be that way. I'm going to remember this. So let's do a covert operation then. And for this, it's just going to be whatever rookie has the highest foot speed. So take a look and see who's available. No one good is the answer to that question. Well, it looks like you with a 14 foot speed are going to be our go-to fellow, Samuel Lee. So, good luck. I mean, you're going to need it. We're going to give you a laser pistol and an alien grenade. And then our last mission we actually had
What's your status? Over.
We're equipping this guy.
We're getting a lot of garbage on the line.
Oh, maybe you should just walk the 10 feet down from Mission Central here and come on down to the barracks. Seriously, it's not even down a floor. Just got to walk out of the room. Anyway, as I was saying, we're going to give this trooper a med kit. We did that on our last covert operation, and it actually came in quite handy. So, med kit for Samuel Lee, and we will send him on his way.
Covert operative deployed to disrupt Exalt Cell in the
And that's got panic in the UK to a relatively unacceptable level, actually. That's going to be a problem. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Back to scanning, then. Maybe we can get our advanced body armor finished. Fantastic. Excellent. Let's assign some new research here. We've got Carapace armor, which I actually am pretty interested in. Kestrel armor as well, which I need to build at least one suit of for our sniper. And you know what? Honestly, I think we should probably do some autopsies and whatnot. This will give Dr. Valen a chance to, of course, indulge in her favorite pastime, which is pseudo-alien snuff. So let's do a floater autopsy.
Although I'm sure you can make the connection yourself, we've designated this particular specimen as a floater.
Wow,
The research team
ingenious,
is
Dr. Valen.
continuing in its efforts to determine how the aliens prevented the organic tissue from rejecting the mechanical components, as they seem to work in perfect harmony with
I'm going to
one
guess
another.
it's magic. I'm just going to go with magic. Because I'm pretty sure that's what your research is going to turn up to. You won't have an explanation for it, and you'll just say it's magic. Which, that's about what I expect from you, so really, no surprises. Also, I see your precognitive abilities are still in full effect, giving us the autopsy results before it's completed, so... Again, it honestly, Dr. Valen, seems like you could make better use of that talent, but... Hey, to each his own, I suppose. Do whatever you gotta do. We're just gonna go back to scanning. And some of our injured troopers coming back. That's good. Some of those guys were just tired. A few were not terribly injured. Floater autopsy is finished. The kinetic strike module, which is the fist attachment for our mech troopers, I'm not overly fond of that particular piece of weaponry. Shaped armor, and that makes our mech troopers more durable. When we get some cash, we will probably do that foundry project. Uplink targeting's very useful there. We will probably manufacture a few of those again as soon as we get some ready cash, but sort of our cash stockpile is already spoken for. You know what? Let's interrogate a floater. This will definitely give Dr. Valen a opportunity to indulge in her favorite pastime. Volume 2 of Dr. Valen's Alien Snuff, hitting shelves then this December, so keep an eye out for that if you're into that sort of thing. Honestly, I gotta say, Dr. Valen has worn out the footage of our previous interrogation with the sectoid, and it was digital, so wearing it out is a pretty impressive feat. She's also managed to use all of the available tissues in the barracks to soak up various fluids from the inevitable results of her activities with that footage, but we'll just try and sort of put that out of our minds and let her get back to work, I guess. You're creepy, Dr. Valen.
Laboratory online.
So another laboratory then that'll enhance our research. We can get those... We can help Dr. Valen indulge in her habit even faster. 7 muton corpses for 2 engineers. Not for 2 engineers. Don't need engineers. Need cash. Somebody offer me some cash. Cash monies. We need the ducats. So Mel Gibson back on duty just in time for his Gauss long rifle. I can already bet that Mel is standing at the weapons locker admiring that new piece of hardware while drool seeps from the corners of his mouth. And while that's somewhat disturbing, honestly, I'm actually eager to put that in Mel's hands and see what he can do with it. Yeah, I'm going to give you 3 Fleck and flight computers for 2 engineers, India. That may be the stupidest request anyone has come up with yet. That's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. That's a level of absurdity that even the Three Stooges never reached. Come on, India. Back to scanning, then. And a new film from Dr. Valen, now ready and available. Check out RedTube. I'm sure she'll post it. So, aerospace technology research credit earned. That's actually useful. We do have some more aerospace research that we will probably be doing in the relatively near future once we research Illyrium, which, how long is that going to take? 8 days is a little longer than I'd like. 4 days for a muton. Do some autopsies in 2. Let's autopsy Thin Man. I think that gives us the dodge consumable for our interceptors, which is pretty useful. So we'll get that started. Once again, Dr. Valen going to tell us the results of that autopsy before it actually completes, but at this point, I don't really care. Just put a summary on my desk, Dr. Valen. I don't give a shit anymore. Jonathan Key Kwan back on duty. One of our premier assaults, since all the other ones are injured. And Germany piling on with the absolutely ridiculous requests. We'll give you 2 engineers for 1 satellite. No. That was the sum total of my reply. There was a, usually it's a long, drafted sort of boilerplate kind of rejection that does it in civil fashion, but this time it was just a single sheet of paper with the word no written on it in the 64-point font. Thin Man Autopsy. Restorative Mist available. Interesting. Chem Grenades also available. Again, very intriguing. Chem Grenades are useful for captures because they do steady damage for... They do like 1 damage a turn, so it's useful for softening up targets. And Improved Medkit project available now in the Foundry. And honestly, on the Improved Medkit, I think we are probably going to do that one if we can afford it. I think we need to assign new research. Should we fuel Dr. Valen's bizarre obsession? Let's autopsy a drone. That's only going to take a day.
This unit appears to be a drone, which is similar to the military
wow,
drones we are familiar
that's what your
with.
research turned up, Dr. Valen, that it's a drone?
To have the ability to repair damaged equipment.
Fantastic work.
Dr. Shannon, I believe,
been hanging out with Captain Obvious lately?
And repurpose these for our own use in the field.
Yeah, I'm not sanguine about your research path there, Dr. Valen. I'm not sure you're going to be able to do that. But we got new research assigned, so down to the Foundry. Let's see what that medkit project costs. We can't do it. Why not? Takes 10 meld. Okay, well, we don't have 10 meld, so... Guess we'll have to shelve that one until we can fetch some more meld. Back to scanning, then. Ah, finally. The Crimson Death Goddess is back on duty. Ah, that actually fills me with a just sort of an unwholesome level of joy. So we are actually going to go straight down to the barracks and take a look at the newly revamped T-Swizzle. And we should have some promotions waiting for T-Swizz as well. You know, we probably should have had a few guys go in for psychic testing while we were at it. Now, too late now. We're going to have a covert operation coming up in a day or two, and we're probably going to need those guys. But let's get Taylor Swift locked and loaded. So it's shock absorbent armor for Tay-Tay. That's fine. Aggression, Ranger. She's a marauder. She's going to be fairly close to the enemy, and Body Shield really has the best sort of stat bonuses. 3 will, which is kind of a problem for Taylor. She only has a 36, which is not great. Although it is, more than twice as good as her previous 17, so she does have that going for her. 20 aim, and she can't be critically hit by the nearest unit as well, which is also a significant improvement. So we're going to take Body Shield. Executioner. Jet boot module is interesting because Taylor Swift's movement is not fantastic, and I believe that has a mobility bonus, right? It does. Close combat specialist, however, is also very, very good. You know what? We're going to take close combat specialist. Damage control, not so good. Collateral damage is very interesting. But we already have we have a Shogun who has collateral damage, so we've got that covered. And Packmaster, with the additional flamethrower ammo, Packmaster it's just fantastic. We're going to take Packmaster. And then repair servos, bring them on, and advanced fire control. Repair servos, I mean, our mech troopers they're destined to take hits. It's actually sort of their job. We're definitely going to take repair servos for Tay-Tay. So Taylor Swift, a nightmare dressed up like a dream, is ready to enter into the fray once again, and I'm very, very glad to have her back in action. It's good to see you back, Tay-Tay. May your foes' blood pass back behind your crimson lips and fuel your never-ending thirst for blood. And it's working to our advantage, so stay thirsty, my dear. Stay thirsty. So it looks like our covert operation is going to be our next mission, and this is what I'm reduced to. I'm begging you, XCOM. I'm begging you, on my knees, supplication, abject, please, please don't make me do a 4-man extraction. Please don't make it a 4-man extraction. I'm fucking begging here. Begging. Not the 4-man. Ah, oh, thank God. I thought they were going to force me to shove my face into a running table saw once again, but Apparently the XCOM gods are throwing me a bone and letting me do a mission with a full team. You have no idea how relieved I am by this. So let's launch the mission.
Excellent.
And this is an Exalt mission, so we will be taking a top-shelf crew. I don't really feel we need 2 snipers. That seems like overkill game. Now, we are going to take Rihanna on this mission, actually. 2 reasons. One, Rihanna has more health. She does have a slightly lower aim and a slightly lower will than Mel Gibson. But the other difference is Rihanna actually has lock and load, and she is going to be wielding a Gauss rifle, which does not have an abundant supply of ammunition. But with lock and load, that will give her an extra shot because we're also going to give her high-capacity mags. So it's going to be... I know Mel Gibson is eager to get into the fight and put this Gauss long rifle to work, but Rihanna, actually, on this one is going to get the honor. She gets the first fire, so... Rihanna's going to sight it in for you, Mel. Look at it that way. She's just getting it sighted in, getting it warmed up, working out the bugs. And why do we not have a scope? Probably because we didn't make items available. So let's do that. And now we have a scope. Alright, so a scope and some high-capacity mags for Rihanna. She is ready to do battle. Infantry guy, we're going best available, and that's going to be Sean No Angel Penn. I know it's a sad thing that Sean Penn is actually our best available trooper, but, well, you take what you can get, and Lindsay Lohan is still out of action. It's going to be a scope and a laser sight for Sean Penn. Going to want our best available gunner, which is Paris Porno Hilton. And Old Porno is going to be toting our Gauss machine gun into battle. And still, every time I'm forced to take it, it really does make me sad to see the Shanae Jenkins Memorial Gatling laser getting sidelined, but, well, we've got to do what's best for humanity, and although we would love to honor Martin Lawrence's memory, his sacrifice, truly, it was a noble sacrifice. I mean, there's no greater man who has ever lived than Martin Lawrence. I mean, I think objectively that's just true. But we are going to take the Gauss machine gun because we need the extra killing power. So, sorry, Shanae. Scope and an alloy bipod, of course, for Porno. So we've got a sniper, an infantry, and a gunner. Going to want to scout, and honestly, I don't feel there's any reason to sideline Jaden Smith. So Jaden will be wielding phalanx armor, and I really want to build some alloy cannons, but I don't currently have the cash. Exalt missions do tend to pay very well, so hopefully we can scrape up a little extra cash and maybe build at least 1 alloy cannon after this is over. He's going to be taking an alien grenade and a flashbang. No real reason for an arc throw on this. Of course, Exalt troopers can't be captured, so can't take them captive. Let's get an assault trooper to sort of back him up. Who's our best available assault? Miley Cyrus? Is that actually true? Okay, no, thank God. Jonathan Key Kwan is available. So for Jonathan Key Kwan, then, it's going to be phalanx armor. He's going to be toting, of course, the Dr. Ann Glass Memorial shotgun. Don't really need breaching ammo, actually, on this mission, so let's... There should not be berserkers. I've never seen that on an Exalt mission. I don't think it's even possible. And I'm thinking probably flashbang and alien grenade, then, for Key Kwan as well. And that leaves us 3 units to go. Let's get a medic in the mix. And do we want to take the surgeon? Well, we've got Rihanna. We can't send Rihanna on a mission without Chris Brown. When Chris isn't around to sort of keep an eye on her, she does have a problem with missing some rather high-quality shots, so... Do we want to give him a Gauss rifle, or do we want to give him a laser rifle? Let's go Gauss. We have a medic, a scout, an assault, a gunner, an infantry, a sniper. Last unit, of course, is going to be a mech trooper. I think for this unit, then, we'll take an engineer. And let's take Kesha. Kesha has done some fine work for us. And you know what? Kesha, I think, actually has a higher aim than Chris Brown, does she not? Oh, nope, Chris Brown's a little better. Alright. So Chris Brown gets to keep the Gauss rifle then, and we will buff the aim on Kesha just a bit by giving her a laser rifle, pistols, and alien grenades, of course. Complete her kit. And then for our final trooper, I honestly feel there is no choice but to send the mighty goddess herself. Taylor Swift will be trying out her new robotic destructive body. We're sending T-Swizzle. Tay-Tay is going in loaded for bear. She's going to wear our mech suit, tote the laser lance and a flamethrower. She's going to carry an alloy belt and some weapon gyros. And Tay is locked, ready, and loaded to bring death to her foes. Or basically anything she encounters. I mean, it's not specifically limited to her foes. She's ready to... Look at that. Just that tiny little head up there. And an 8 tons of robotic death. It's a thing of beauty, Taylor Swift. It really is. So let's get stuck in then. We're headed off to the UK. While we're there, we might stop by and see a Royal Shakespeare Company performance once the mission's over. Maybe grab a kebab, hit the pub. Should be a good time.
Strike one. Prepare for
Bring me
landing.
back some fish and chips, guys. Not too much vinegar.
We've picked up another Exalt cell operating out of the UK.
So we're
Strike
doing a
one will
data
need to
recovery
ensure our
mission once
operative has
again.
an opportunity to finish securing the intel.
Operation Empty Pyre. I hope that name is prophetic and that no one is forced to be consigned to the flames of a pyre. I'd rather not have to incinerate any corpses once this is over, so let's hope this mission lives up to its name. Honestly, though, it's more likely that it's going to be Operation Full Pyre, and that we're going to be burning the corpses of all of these guys. If the last couple missions have been any indicator, we're pretty much doomed for, if not a complete outright death, somebody is not coming out of this being able to walk or fuck anymore. I mean, somebody's going to be missing an
Our
ear at the
operative was in
minimum.
position to transmit the data they'd acquired when Exalt forces moved into their AO. The encoder is currently shielding our transmitter's
Yeah, I'm not
position.
overly worried about
But
the
if Exalt
encoder.
manages to hack the encoder, they'll be able to locate the transmitter. If they hack both, any hope we had of recovering the data intact will be lost.
There's our
We have
covert
a new
operative.
objective.
Alright, well, let's see if we can get eyes on the alien. And so nobody has sight on any Exalt troopers currently. Our operative is actually in kind of a shitty spot. Actually, move the operative first. And have them just assume cover, go on Overwatch. So Rihanna then, I think, actually is going to get first move honors. Gonna move her up to this garbage can, so she has a good view of sort of the area of operations. And then our second move is going to be somebody with a battle scanner, which looks like Chris Brown.
Headed there now.
And we do want to start moving towards the encoder, so we're going to whip a battle scanner out in this direction. Just take a look, see what we can see, and yeah, that's probably good.
Eyes open.
Huck it on out there, Chris. See what we got. So not much of anything, honestly. Alright, that's intriguing. Anything in that direction, so we should have at least some lateral movement available to us. Let's just take a very conservative move with Sean Penn. Of course, Sean Penn and conservative don't normally get that. I mean, not normally words that get uttered in the same sentence, but that's fine. Kesha will advance in Overwatch. Let's have Slick Shoes move to this corner cover. He's got his pinchers of power ready to deploy in case he needs to be saved. I'm not overly thrilled with that position for Paris Hilton, but that's where she's going to occupy. Paris, of course, going to... It was a dash move, so she's not going to do anything. E-Swizzle, going to advance. Look at her beautiful metal body rolling across the field.
I'm watching.
Just ready to deliver death in an instant. Oh, it's so lovely. I mean, you were an attractive lady before, Taylor, but honestly, I gotta say, the addition of the robotic metal parts, I'm loving you more and more. You'll have no trouble shaking off the haters now. Because, shit, you can kick them into next week with those giant robot legs. So we got some Exalt on the move. Still no vision on the enemy, which is a little troubling. Where's Slick Shoes? We're gonna have Slick Shoes advance and try and keep an eye on the encoder. And still no vision on the aliens.
Roger that. Scanning.
Or rather, the Exalt troopers. They aren't properly aliens, I suppose.
Headed there now.
Paris Hilton's going to take up a solid fire support position so she can change herself with her gun. And hunker down. Doc Brown, I want you to move. This should still be a safe move. We do have the battle scanner down. Alright, so Doc Brown's going to advance, go on Overwatch.
Yes,
Seems like a reasonable position for Penn. And we're taking this very, very slowly. So I'm trying to break the streak. I don't want to have another mission where we wind up with half of our best troops in the hospital for a year.
Roger. I've got my eyes
So
on.
I may be being just overly cautious, but I feel it's warranted. And it's going to be Overwatch for T-Swizzle and Overwatch again for our
On Overwatch.
covert operative. And that just leaves the Pharaoh, who's going to go join
That's
Jaden
affirmative.
Smith and prepare for a breach on the encoder in case Exalt makes a move.
Roger that.
And he's going to Overwatch as well.
Quiet. Do you hear something? Enemies inside.
So here we go. Got units coming in. We should have a number of Overwatch shots. Chris Brown with the miss, but Taylor Swift, of course, just living up to her reputation and handing out a serious beating. Honestly, I'm kind of wishing we had perhaps brought a Rocketeer here. Misses from Sean Penn and Kesha. That's less than
No way that
optimal.
just happened.
And that guy apparently wants to make sure he takes all the Overwatch, and that time, Sean Penn delivering a hit. 2 more. Oh, 3 more. Well, that guy's almost certainly
We
dead.
have an Exalt
There you
unit
go.
attempting to hack the encoder. If we don't prevent them from gaining access, they're
And I
going
think
to find
that
the
was
transmitter's
Rihanna with a
coordinates.
missed sniper
Got
shot.
a wave of new signatures closing on Strike 1, Commander. Multiple hostiles inbound.
Okay, so we would have got 2 more. It's actually a pretty small run-in for Exalt, really. Alright, so let's take a look at the battlefield. We do have 1 unit back there, but I'm not too terribly worried about him. Gotta get these guys off the encoder. Rihanna does have some shots, and she's actually in a not unreasonable position. Wow, Rihanna, you have some really bad shots. Alright, let's see if we can do something about that cover, then. And when it comes to eliminating cover, well, that's Kesha's job. Wow, Kesha, you are not in a good spot, actually. We can't put her there, she'll be flanked. Alright, so we may have to do some leapfrogging then. Nope, that's Paris Hilton, so we can't even afford to leapfrog her. Paris has got to stay put. What are your shots like, Paris? 51 and 71. 256% shots is better to... It's more likely to generate 1 hit than 171. So we're going to have Paris rapid fire and hope we can maybe get a little lucky. And so 1 critical. And Paris Hilton drilling him. She just put him straight into the ground. Man, that guy's cover is superb. We need to eliminate that. So who do we have that can do so? We could have Jaden Smith advance. Alright, we're going to have Jaden Smith advance to some corner cover. Not great cover, but it's not terrible either. What's your shot like? 60%. Not good enough. So Jaden... Oh, there's some arc on that one, buddy. What's going on there? I don't think we can destroy that thing, so I'm going to go ahead. Oh, that's going to... You're going to kill your own cover. No, do not do that. I have to throw it a little bit behind him. Here comes Jaden, standing on top of a park bench for that throw. Some unbelievable acrobatics from Jaden Smith there. That's really quite impressive. So Jonathan Keyquan could get in and take a shot, but that's going to leave him very badly exposed. Let's see what Rihanna can do. She should have squad sight shots at 2 units. Let's see what the rear trooper... Only 55%. That's not good. Well, it's not good enough. We're going to have Rihanna take this shot at the 80%. We need to get the damage in while the getting's good. Rihanna, Chris Brown is standing right there. You really, I mean, I'm not trying to cast aspersions on his character or anything, but I got to admit, you really can't afford to do that kind of stuff, man. You know what happens when Chris gets angry? He has a legitimate anger management issue. It's documented. You should really consider, you know, you should reconsider your actions. You're living pretty dangerously there. We're going to take a 75% chance. Jonathan Keyquan delivered, but not quite enough. So Chris Brown is going to advance. We're not going to shoot with Chris Brown since we may need to deploy a smoke grenade. I'm actually worried that if we deploy Taylor Swift there, we will draw a grenade from the aliens. Kesha, you've got to get in a better position. We need your grenades. So Kesha's going to dash. And we're going to rely on Sean Penn to perhaps clean up some of this mess. Oh yeah, 87% for Penn. Well, that's good enough. He's got that twice if he needs it.
No longer a threat.
He did not need it. And it's going to be Overwatch with his remaining shot. And then we will bring Taylor Swift forward. Let's see what kind of shot Tay has. Not a great one. Do we have any other troopers still to act? Just Chris Brown. And our covert operative. Our covert operative can contribute literally nothing to this situation, so it's going to be Overwatch for the op. Taylor Swift's going to take her miserable shot. Oh, of course. I should be ashamed of myself. I should never have doubted Taylor Swift.
Taken care of.
I should not have doubted her. Taylor Swift does not miss. Missing is not something Taylor Swift does. She doesn't know how to fail.
Negative damage. They got me flanked.
Alright, so that's less than optimal. Double move for that trooper, however. He's rushing the encoder. Alright, so we've actually got... we're in pretty good position here. So the Pharaoh's going to lead the charge.
Got something over here.
There's another pod. That's actually okay. Kesha should be able to do a number on those gentlemen. So let's actually get Kesha taken care of first, because she really will have nothing else to contribute. Ooh, she actually may have a tough time even from here. Now, Kesha is a grenadier, so of course she has the enhanced throwing distance on her grenades. Oh yeah, this should work nicely. Yep, Kesha's gonna do a considerable amount of damage here.
Batter up.
Don't encourage them to hit it back at you. That just seems foolhardy. So Rihanna with a number of... Oh, Rihanna with a can't miss shot. We're absolutely going to take that. Flank shot for Rihanna. Nice to see she has decided to bring her A-game to the battle. Chris Brown gave her a dirty look after that last miss shot, and, I mean, he didn't even need words to tell her. Just one look, one glance, and she knew if that happened again that, she was going to catch a beating, really. And there's no two ways about it. Chris Brown also quite happy that she set him up for the kill. He's well pleased with her setup move there.
Moving out.
So Sean Penn gonna move and then just reload actually.
Back in.
The reload for Penn. Tay is gonna bring the pain right
On my
here.
way.
So Tay moving in, gonna occupy the encoder. Got an Overwatch shot. 3 damage, that's nothing for Tay. She laughs at your miserable 3 damage.
Systems
Haters are gonna
acceptable
hate. Taylor
parameters.
Swift knows how to shake that shit off. She even wrote a song about it. And she's gonna set some motherfuckers on fire.
Fired up.
How about a little fire, Scarecrow?
Control of the situation.
Clearly they did not appreciate a little fire. So Taylor Swift putting the panic to a couple units and setting them ablaze. I agree. I would flee from Taylor Swift too. The woman is an unbelievable killing machine. She is a goddess of death after all. I'm actually tempted to move our covert operative up here and try to have him whip another grenade in there. And actually, I'm beyond tempted. I'm going to do it. This is actually a little bit risky, but let's see what our operative can't do shit with a grenade is the end. Well, this should destroy some cover and possibly get the kill, so we're going to go ahead and take the chance. That did absolutely nothing. So, as you can see, there's a reason that covert operative is a rookie. 89, 69. We'll come back to that. 100%. Okay, well, only one shot for Paris Hilton, so it's a can't miss. She's going to take it.
Nailed him.
And we're making a nice little corpse pile there. Now, there is really no cover to speak of since we pretty much eliminated all of it.
Position confirmed.
We're going to have Jonathan Kwan move in. And he should have at least one reasonable shot. Well, he has one reasonable shot. We're going to take it. Jonathan Kwan delivers.
Weapons dry.
So I think probably Jaden Smith then is just going to Overwatch.
Scanning.
And Taylor Swift already mostly repaired the damage from that gentleman's Overwatch. And I have no idea what this guy is doing. He's double moving because apparently he has a death wish. So clearly that Exalt Trooper, a member of the Heaven's Gate suicide cult.
Hostile reinforcements are moving on strike 1.
Got a sniper on the run in. And a sniper has run into the ring with a steel chair. The referee is unaware of his presence. Oh God, the humanity. Another sniper has moved in. So we've got 3 snipers advancing on our position. Alright, where is Slick Shoes? Alright, Slick Shoes is out of ammo, but that's okay. We're going to have reposition then for Jonathan Kwan. He's going to reload.
Let's do this.
And we need to get some of our other troopers into a little better firing position. Not a whole lot actually available as far as better firing positions go for Paris Hilton.
Let's do this.
We're going to advance her to the corner of this fountain. And Chris Brown is out of ammo. You know what? Chris Brown is actually probably best off right where he's at, so we're going to have him reload. I'm actually reasonably comfortable with where Sean Penn is as well. We're going to readjust him very slightly. We just want to get a little better angle for Sean Penn.
Got it covered.
And of course, Kesha. The dash? Really? There's some odd movement patterns here. That's okay, actually. I think we can probably afford to dash Kesha. We'll have her go ahead and take her dash move. That should give her plenty of available grenade action. Rihanna going to reload. And go on Overwatch. And Tay-Tay out of ammo, which is unfortunate. So Tay-Tay, we don't want to draw a grenade if at all possible. So we're going to try and minimize the splash damage. We're just going to have Taylor drop back very slightly. And she's going to reload.
Reloading weapons.
You can't kill him if you don't have ammo. That's the Taylor Swift motto.
On Overwatch.
Actually, I think the Taylor Swift motto is players gonna play, haters gonna hate.
Roger that. Scanning.
But you can't kill them if you don't have ammo. That's a good secondary motto at the least. So Taylor Swift, fully repaired. I really, really like repair servos. It's a fantastic ability for units that are going to take damage. And Jaden Smith, little pot shot through the window there. That's going to leave a mark. And we've got another shot.
Got him.
That's why you don't try and sneak up on Jaden Smith, sir. And Jaden, Cypher Rage would be proud of you. You have made your father proud today. Good work.
We're green to go.
And it's going to be Overwatch then for
On
Jaden.
Overwatch.
And Slick Shoes is just going to pop that door open just to make sure he has good line of sight. He's going to Overwatch. And honestly, I feel probably... We've got the encoder secured, so there's really no reason to take any kind of risks at this point. We will have Chris Brown sort of... We're going to have him move over just one tile so he can cover this alleyway.
Got it covered.
He's going to go in Overwatch. Sean Penn is going to advance, take cover behind this bench, and then he's going to Overwatch. I mean, he did play an Angel once. He knows how to guard people. Guardian Angel was kind of his gig.
On Overwatch.
Kesha, Overwatch.
Scanning.
Rihanna, staying on Overwatch. T-Swizzle, our anchor, holding down the fort. And I don't mean that she's anchoring us like boat anchor. She's not loading us down. I mean, she is the rock on which all of our offense is built.
Affirmative.
So Overwatch for Tay-Tay. Lee, why don't you reload just in case? Because Paris Hilton has got your back. She's also got your front, your sides, and you know, any other part of you that seems slightly attractive. That guy should be dead. We hit that guy with all the bullets. All of them. Every bullet in the world just went into his sinuses. We got a sniper on the advance. A double move because, again, apparently some manner of death wish from this guy. And Sean Penn almost straight up killed him flat out. That was
It looks like this is the
some
last
pretty
of the
impressive
hostile
work right there.
reinforcements, Commander. We just need to hold out a little longer.
Chris Brown gonna take a shot. Chris Brown is our backdoor man, covering the back door.
Enemy is still alive.
Honestly, that seems more like a Kanye West kind of thing, but, you know. And this should be Paris Hilton. Yeah. Oh, also Rihanna. And if Rihanna's shot hits, that guy is deader than Dillinger. Oh my gosh. With authority, that was a thunderous blast from Rihanna. Put that guy out of his misery. And the director going for like an arty sort of crane shot here, really zooming out. Alright, so Jaden Smith has a flank shot. Who's that on? Well, it's clearly not that guy. Oh, that guy's deader than that guy's beyond dead. I don't really feel we need to waste ammo on that guy. So we're going to have Jaden Smith actually come put a flank shot on this guy. And again, making his dad proud, leaping through a window. Not even Cypher Rage in his best day as a ghost equaled that feat. Slick Shoes with the flank shot. We're actually going to make a double tap here with Slick Shoes.
Hostile spotted.
Okay, that's actually not good. All right, we may revisit that. Slick Shoes may need to readjust. Taylor Swift with 2 targets, one of which is not a fantastic shot. But Kesha may be able to do something about that. And in fact, I'm pretty sure Kesha can improve that shot dramatically with the liberal application of a grenade. So here comes a nice spicy pineapple for you. And your cover has miraculously disappeared. Rihanna with a plethora of flank shots. She's going to go ahead and clean that guy up. Never fear, Jaden. Master your fear. This is why your father teaches you this. Rihanna has got your back, bro. She's not going to let you go down like that. She's not going to let them take you out like a punk. One shot for Sean, no angel pen. And that's why he is no angel, because the man has a serious bloodthirst. If you threaten those who are disadvantaged, Sean Penn will be there to stop you. And Jonathan Key Kwan actually is going to need to seek better cover. He's actually in a somewhat vulnerable position. Harris Hilton has no shot. Chris Brown has no shot. You know, our covert operative actually has a chance to contribute here.
Getting it done.
This should be a flank, not a flank. But our covert operative with a 72% hit chance. We're going to take it.
Hoorah.
Holy shit, rookie! Wow, if that didn't earn you a promotion, son, there is no justice in this world.
Moving out.
None at all, not even a little. No justice. It's going to be Overwatch for Paris Hilton and Chris Brown. And I think Tay-Tay has a fiery message for this gentleman out hiding behind his car. Oh yes, a fiery message indeed.
Time to burn.
Oh, it's time to burn, alright, Taylor Swift. Time to burn. Taylor Swift, burning like a black star. And no chance at all for that Exalt Trooper to contribute anything. And this guy's getting some Overwatch. Oh, Paris.
Missed the target.
That's alright, Paris. We still love you. Also, you're going to be in fine shape.
Repositioning on us.
That guy's in Terrible's position. Oh, he's probably just dead. Yeah. Again, Sean Penn, protecting the weak, protecting the disadvantaged. He will not have anyone take advantage of those less fortunate than Sean Penn, which is pretty much everyone. So, I honestly feel that Tay-Tay has earned the kill on this gentleman. I really feel that she deserved it. And honestly, we're going to burn this man alive. We're going to burn him alive. This is for every Exalt mission where you have forced me to lick the blade of a running table saw. This is my vengeance, XCOM. I'm going to burn you all alive. I'm a little upset that didn't get the kill, actually, but that's alright. You know, I actually don't want to kill him. I just want him to burn. I want to let him suffer. I actually think it's better that we let him suffer. He deserves it.
I'm on the move.
But Jonathan Key Kwan is a little nicer man than I am. Jonathan Key Kwan, he's going to put him out of his misery. In the back.
Transmitter is secure and
That's
exhaust
cold,
forces have been
Keyquan. That's
eliminated.
cold.
That data is ours.
An Operation Empty Pyre living up to its name. Well, actually, not really living up to its name. Taylor Swift lit a pyre with Exalt corpses. That's a fire so big it can be seen by the gods. In fact, I bet the aliens can fucking see that shit from space. Let that be a lesson. This is what happens when you mess with planet Earth, aliens. We will burn you to death. We don't care. We're crazy. We're maniacs. We'll cut our own noses off to spite our face. Doesn't matter. You shouldn't mess with us. We're lunatics, all of us. Bloodthirsty, ravening madmen,
Our
everyone.
troops are making it look easy out there. Let's hope they don't get too cocky.
I don't really feel they're going to be too cocky, Central. I mean, they've been around long enough. All of these guys are seasoned veterans. They've all been around long enough to know specifically that their death could come at literally any moment. But still, one thing it's nice to know, Taylor Swift, despite several critical injuries and a long, lengthy stay in the hospital, my girl still got it. Yeah. And Samuel Lee earning a promotion, and honestly, that critical shot from his pistol, that was deserved. That's a well-earned promotion. Rocketeer or gunner, huh? I'm very tempted to reroll this. I'm actually very strongly considering it. I definitely don't want a Rocketeer, and we actually have quite a few gunners. Really more than we can make effective use of currently. What could he wind up as, though? A scout or a sniper? A medic or an engineer? We're gonna reroll him. I honestly wouldn't mind seeing another engineer here. Well, we go through scouts quite a bit, so a scout is actually good too. high attrition rate on our scouts. It's not a position in the XCOM project that carries a lot of longevity. So, welcome aboard, Samuel Lee. Soon you will likely earn your red badge of courage while an alien shoots at you as you run from car to car. 2 meld and some Exalt Intelligence 12 weapon fragments.
Intel decryption completed.
Really would have preferred if the
possible Exalt facility
panic
locations.
in the United Kingdom had not shot up, but man, it was like 10 days. It's October, what was it? It was October 20th, and we did an Exalt mission just recently. It was like the 9th or 10th of October, so they did 2 Exalt cells that popped up in less than 2 weeks. That's harsh, bro. So panic in the UK actually went down considerably as a result of that result of thwarting that Exalt mission, and panic in Europe in general is pretty low, so not terrible. Mexico is becoming something of a problem, however. So we will keep an eye on that. Hopefully I'll be able to get a satellite up over Mexico, and quite a bit of cash earned on that mission as well. A pleasing amount, specifically. And before I forget then, one thing we're going to do, we're going to head down to the foundry. Some weaponry that we really need, and that weaponry specifically is an alloy cannon. Definitely want an alloy cannon. We've got all the requisite materials, and actually these things take resources that we actually for once have an abundant supply of. 9 days for Dr. Shen to put that together. Normally I'd give you shit, Dr. Shen, but you know what? I'm so pleased about the performance on our last mission and the fact that we finally ended our streak of wounded troopers. I'm giving you a pass this time, so enjoy it. 9 days, not going to say a word other than what I've already said. So, with the streak broken then, I think we'll go ahead and wrap things up. Of course, you enjoyed the episode. Feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Your support really means a lot to us. And if you'd like to watch me struggle and flail helplessly on a daily basis, feel free to subscribe as well. We'll see you again soon.